It's the 2K Sports pregame show, sponsored by Kia.
Greetings and welcome to 2K Sports. I rarely say greetings, but I just did. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson, alongside Kenny and Shaq. And on tap tonight, it's the Sacramento Kings going up against the Dallas Mavericks at their home, American Airlines Center. Well, for the Mavericks, 5-5 over their last 10 games, but they're not satisfied with 500 ball, looking to tack one onto the win tally tonight. And the Mavs are just so good at getting the looks they want, always one of the more explosive teams in the league. What makes them so great on the offensive end, Jet?
Well, great shot selection. You know, Ernie, they're fifth in the league last year in field goal percentage. You know, they're patient, they move the ball around, and then when your best player, Dirk Nowitzki, takes great shots, it just bleeds into the rest of the team.
That's right. The iron leg assassin can bail you out of bad possession with that turnaround. That iron leg turnaround is deadly.
Yes, it is.
Ein means one in German.
Yeah.
Ein, zwei, drei, vier, fünf.
How many languages do you speak?
How do we know he's telling the truth?
Oh, I used to live in Germany. Matter of fact, auf Wiedersehen, tschüss. That means see you later, goodbye.
Yeah, well, why don't you say that to Kevin Harlan?
Auf Wiedersehen, tschüss, Kevin.
It's a Western Conference battle here at the American Airlines Center in Dallas, Texas, as the Mavericks look to work the home court advantage and get ready for another dose of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. Our sideline reporter tonight is David Aldridge. And of course, Zach Randolph. And now's the time where he's getting settled during these first few games with the new team.
And as you were mentioning, I mean, that trade has this team buzzing. You can see it in the warm-up line, how loose and confident they look now with him on that roster.
We are nearly ready for the tip-off, but first, let's hear from our very own David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Well, Mavs head coach Rick Carlisle is known for his command of X's and O's, and he demands the same from his players. He tests them with tablets. They're shown a clip, it freezes, and then they're asked what they should do next. Zaza Pachulia said, I was like, come on, a test? I did this in school, but not in basketball. But it works. You take the tests, and you start to remember things better. Kevin?
Great stuff, DA. Thank you. Mid-season here now, Doris. Teams know what to expect from one another and from themselves.
Yeah, I think by this point in the year, Kevin, you have defined who you are and how you win. You know that the roles are delineated. Everybody knows the expectations on individual players and on the group.
Well said. And it's the Kings to start out. Now Sacramento starting five. We've got Kufus. Carter is out there with Cauley Stein. Then it's Hill. And it's Hill in at the point guard.
And how about that? Just an easy way to get on the board.
You know, you love to jump out to that quick score. That allows a team to settle into the game comfortably.
And so it's the Kings getting on the board first. Matthews dishes to Nowitzki. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night. So it's Sacramento now. They come into this one following the loss to the Grizzlies.
Yeah, foul trouble early on, I thought, set the tone in that game, and it just made it difficult for them to get over the hump.
Going to your bench early requires altering your typical substitution patterns, and I thought that led to this uneven performance.
And here are the Mavericks now. It's a 5-point game. This game coming after a loss against the Jazz.
And I don't care how much you grind it out defensively. When you shoot it that poorly, you're going to struggle to win games.
If you don't space the floor, you don't set good picks, bad things happen to your shooting percentage.
Here's Carter. It's rebounded by Dallas.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
And Dallas coach Rick Carlisle signed a 5-year extension last season. The Mavericks said they want him to be at the helm for as long, Doris, as he wants to be there.
Well, Kevin, he becomes the third longest tenured coach in the league after Greg Popovich and Eric Spoelstra. And the Mavs see him as a top 3 coach in the league. You'd be hard-pressed to argue with them.
Two shots. Roof shots.
That's good from Barnes.
And for a franchise that competed for the Western Conference Championship a number of years ago, it's really been a lot of turmoil for quite a while. I mean, the Kings have had ownership changes, coaching changes, personnel changes, front office changes. I mean, that's been the one constant, is the fact that they consistently are in change mode.
And concerning all the drama that seems to surround the Kings, you know what cures all of that? Winning.
Yeah, and the best teams in the league, they win with camaraderie. They win with integrity and trust. The Kings are knocking on the door, but they still have some ways to go.
Now here is Carter. 11 points for him in that last game against the Grizzlies in Memphis.
You know, the other thing he really did a great job with was the rebounding. So he contributed in a number of ways.
The Kings shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
One shot. One shot.
Here's Heald. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against the Grizzlies in Memphis. The shot's good.
Just has a tremendous nose for the ball, buried his way into position and got the putback.
Now here's Curry. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Utah Jazz. Here's Barnes. He's off on that one. Now Sacramento takes it the other way. And Buddy Hield is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
Hill against Curry. To the middle. Here's Nowitzki. And the rejection by Cauley Stein. Tries from 16. And Carter with the basket on the assist by Hill. Carter's got his first 2 points of the night.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
The Mavericks have gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals here. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. For Dallas, they have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
Yeah, and over the course of the season, they're a respectable 78%. That comes in handy in close games.
And the first one drops. And the Mavericks, every summer, very aggressive in free agency doors, trying to reload to give Dirk Nowitzki a shot at one more title.
And Kevin, it's surprising to me more players haven't wanted to go to Dallas. A vibrant market, no state income tax, and most importantly, the chance to play with a Hall of Famer like Nowitzki, who creates space for everyone else.
Boy, in the last year, the Kings, Greg, went all in, even trading a couple of veteran contracts to the Sixers.
Yeah, and they used the cap reshuffling to sign Kufis and Rondo, a number of others as well at the beginning of last year. And regardless of the outcome of last season's games, those moves made this team much more competitive. And now the question is, can they build off of some of that momentum?
Hill, no good.
And, you know, coaches just love players who they can count on to give that effort defensively.
Yeah, he's reliable on defense. Doesn't allow a shooter any separation to get comfortable.
Barnes kicks to Nowitzki. Fades away. It's hauled in by the Kings. Kufis has got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
He hasn't gotten many to go this quarter, but he's still trying to find that consistency. What instincts this guy has on the glass. Has a real knack for getting in tight and always being ready for the tip.
Nowitzki sets a screen for Curry. And the rejection by Cauley Stein. Hill kicks to Hield. Good, the assist goes to Hill.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. Last time these two teams came together was also in this building, and they were able to win it for the home fans.
And a really close game between these two in that last matchup. It took a total team effort for them to get the win.
Yeah, I don't think they win without the productivity they got from their bench. That made the difference.
And George Hill, really, for me, an interesting case study, if you will. Always an unselfish player, always been careful in terms of shot selection and smart on the floor. But with Paul George missing time 2 seasons ago, Hill really stepped up his role and didn't miss a beat. I think he can do even more offensively. He's one of those guys that I think doesn't really realize just how good he is. Maybe he does this season.
Now here's Curry. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Nowitzki sets a screen for Curry. And the rejection by Cauley-Stein. And Carter has it in the corner. Launches it. Carter can't get that one to fall. And for Hill, even as his shots per game have increased, his percentages have only gotten better. Last season, Greg, a career high in 3-point percentage.
Yeah, and that spread out offense really has helped. A lot of open looks for everybody. You've got to give him credit, though. He fit in well for this team.
Shot by Hill, nobody around. No good on the triple.
You know, the defense will not make that mistake again, because next time he's going to knock that thing down.
Oh, a good open look, and he sprays it home from 3.
Kings leading now by 5. Hill kicks to Cauley-Stein. Good, the assist goes to Hill. Cauley-Stein's got his second basket of the night.
And he's been the catalyst all game long. Love how he's distributing the basketball.
Yeah, their ball movement has been superb with him on the floor, and so many of their baskets coming directly off one of his dimes.
And the jam by Dirk Nowitzki.
Well, I'll tell you this, if Dirk is free at the rim, you expect the throwdown. Love seeing the big man get up.
Sacramento's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Matthews with the steal. Barnes left side, the tray. They get it again. Here's Curry, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot, he'll shoot 2. Just a moment to look back at how things were last season for this team as we look at the shot breakdown for the Mavericks.
And they love to spread the floor with shooting. A lot of three-point attempts, and that's been the league-wide direction, and this group has been no exception.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. Zach Randolph's checked in for Sacramento. And both free throws good for Curry. And Doris, the Mavericks, such an energetic organization. They leave no stone unturned. And you look at the fan experience here at the American Airlines Center. It's second to none.
I agree, Kevin. They've made it their mission to engage the fans at all times. And ownership saying they want it to feel like a great wedding, just a celebration. You hear a lot of teams talk about smartphone integration, this and that. They don't want people looking at their devices. They want them looking up.
Barnes, and stolen by Cauley-Stein. Puts it up from 17. Barnes grabs the miss.
Well, I tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
From 13, falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Kings have gone 7 of 15 from the field to this point. Outside Hill. There's the pick. He dishes it to Cauley-Stein. Sacramento again missing.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that. Oh, yeah, he put some anger behind that one.
You're telling me. The Kings trailing. Here's Heald. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. Curry with it to the paint, and the jam by Dirk Nowitzki.
Boy, what a pass. That assist was right on target. That's why his teammates absolutely love playing with this guy.
Now here's Heald. Pass to Hill. They need this. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And Zach Randolph, once a double-double machine, had a harder time producing at that same rate last season.
True, but he has aged well overall because he's a power guy whose game relies more on skill and instincts than quickness.
Well said.
And the difference last season was that he couldn't sustain energy for as many minutes per game. He can still dominate for stretches at both ends, but just not as long.
And he makes the first. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. And Zach Randolph drops them both. Doris, we know you were a standout point guard in the Big East for Providence. What players do you feel have a similar approach to the point guard position that you played so well in the NBA now?
Well, I was not your necessarily traditional setup point guard. I was a player who liked to get to the rim and get to the free throw line a ton. So I would say somebody like Kyrie Irving who wants to be a dynamic scorer, handle is there. So I didn't mind passing, Kevin, but I wanted to score it too.
See, I picture you as like a Chris Paul. Leader.
Yeah.
Could do both equally well. You could dish as well as anybody, but drive as well as anybody too.
You're
probably being modest.
I'm not being modest. I was pretty tough too. You didn't like to play against me.
But I like broadcasting with you.
Back at you.
While we got a moment, let's now show you the teams that have led the NBA in blocks during the past month. The Mavericks 4th.
They have been racking up the blocks lately. I mean, if they keep this up, they're going to be a very difficult matchup for anybody.
2 shots. Relax on the first.
The first one falls. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. And another young Canadian making a name for himself, Dwight Powell, the 45th pick in the 2014 draft. He played at Stanford and showing that he's, Doris, a player to watch.
Yeah, I think, Kevin, basically a throw-in that Rajon Rondo trade, but the 6'11" athletic big man has some shooting touch, and he just needs to fill out that frame so that he can absorb an 82-game schedule in the NBA.
2 shots, gentlemen.
Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. You look at Dallas. They've had a very slow start to the season so far, down in the bottom half of the conference. And, of course, Sacramento, right on their heels as they've got the next best record.
You know, right now, Dallas, their season has been exactly the kind of misadventure their fans were afraid it might be.
And with the major changes we know are coming, now you have players fighting for their jobs, trying to prove they deserve to be here beyond the end of this season.
First free throw is good.
And with Dirk Nowitzki in the fold, the Mavericks always going to be dangerous offensively. Defense has been the challenge, and Rick Carlisle has great schemes there. They just haven't had the personnel to really defend at a high level.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. And the Mavericks have tried to bring in more youth and athleticism in large part to fortify their defense.
So I think they've made some strides in that regard, and if you think about Rick Carlisle's defensive schemes, they help limit some of the damage defensively. He's not opposed to zone. They make sure they get back in transition. But one thing is absolutely clear. To get back into contention, they're going to have to make big strides on that end.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Here's Barea. An easy 2 points on the layup. Now it's a 6-point Maverick lead.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Lawson kicks to Randolph. Pass to Richardson. Back to Randolph. Puts it up from 12. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line. Free throw drops for Zach Randolph. And Zach Randolph drops them both.
Yeah, we know there are big men in the NBA who struggle at the line, but for him, it's a real strength.
And here's Barea. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Here's McRoberts, and it's denied. Lawson against Barea. Lawson outside. Knocked loose. Out of bounds. Dallas will take possession.
And you know what? His mind's playing tricks on him right now because he's not going to live that one down easily.
Here's Barea. Feeds to McRoberts. He kicks to Powell. Passes it to Harris. Dishes it to McRoberts. 5 to shoot. Here's Barea. The shot comes out. Some solid defense from Randolph. Here's Temple, guarded by Harris. Down low. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
There's the pick. And stolen by Richardson. Here's Finney-Smith. Sacramento grabs the miss.
He definitely got nervous at the rim. I mean, he needs to make sure he finishes strong.
For Sacramento, they have shot the ball well from the free throw line, 8 of 9.
And collectively, they're only about 73% as a unit right now.
And the first one at the line is good. And it's tied up with that one. Dallas has gone 1 or 2 from long range in the first quarter. Lawson against Barea. From deep. Here's Harris. And yes, it's good. Harris has got his first bucket in this one.
And Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
Now here's Randolph. He's got 6. Harris outside. They set the pick. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Now, here is Lawson. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. It's good. 8 points for Zach Randolph.
I mean, it's just fun to sit back and enjoy watching him operate. And that's what it looked like the D was doing as well. They're just sitting back and watching.
From deep, Barea scored the basket, his 3rd after 5 shots.
Boy, working as hard as he can on the offensive end, and he's willing points for this team.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And Temple kicks to Randolph. The rebound by McRoberts.
And although not a block officially, it might as well have been his ability to react and alter the shot.
He read that play all the way. When he's around, you hear footsteps.
No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. Mavericks lead by 5. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And Dirk Nowitzki steadily climbing the all-time scoring rankings. He talked about the remarkable journey of his long and illustrious career.
When I first got here, my first year was so tough that I didn't really know that I can make it in this league. To be named with all these names is an unbelievable honor, and it's been a crazy ride.
Dirk has proven himself through the test of time. As tough as it may have been back in his rookie year, he overcame those obstacles to become this elite NBA player destined for the Hall of Fame.
And people do talk about players being a Dirk Nowitzki type. You're right about that. And that's a type any team would like to have. One of the greatest power forwards in the NBA's history.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And guys, what's your take so far on the Mavs?
And it's really about limiting their mistakes. And early on, they've been able to do that here in the first.
Smart basketball. Be patient. Don't force anything. Let the game come to you.
On the court for Sacramento, they've got Hield. Kufis out there with Cauley Stein. Then there's Carter. And it's Lawson in at the 1.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Curry kicks to Barnes. Kufis with the block. And here's the break. Ball going up court. And the shot is good. The Maverick lead has been cut down to 3 on the bucket from Carter.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Harris kicks to McRoberts. On the wing, Barnes. Defended by Carter. Here's Curry with the 3, and it's Sacramento with the rebound. Kufis has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Carter, the pass to Lawson. Lawson is doubled, shoots the 3, but they recover it. That doesn't go either for Carter.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
McRoberts, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Carter outside, the pass to Kufis. That's in there. Carter with the assist. Kufis has got 6 points. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Now Harris. Outside Curry. From 20 feet out. Again, Curry missing.
Ill-advised shot there.
I really expected him to swing that one back around.
Hield can't hit.
Ooh, he was open there, guys. I'm sure he's kicking himself that he didn't capitalize.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, smartphones and other technology are ubiquitous nowadays. Clippers head coach Doc Rivers says teams do pay a price. Social media and texting has absolutely hurt chemistry, he said. He recalled his championship season with the Celtics. One of the best things that happened to them was during the preseason in Italy, the players couldn't get a wireless signal, and they had to actually talk with one another. Kevin?
Yeah, that connection between players can make a difference. Thanks, David. Looking around the league, Doris, so many new coaches coming into the NBA. Do you have a pick of which new coach do you think has the best chance to become one of the real standouts, one of the real pillars of this league?
I have to tell you, I marvel at the level of coaching in the NBA and some of the old-timers.
I do too.
Yeah, I really do. Like Rick Carlisle seems to get the best out of the talent he's given, keep them in a position regardless of who's around. Dirk, Pop, obviously, with all those championships. The guy who I think is who is so well respected is Brad Stevens.
I was going to say his name.
Brad Stevens' ability to, after timeouts, to scheme, series to series. What I'm anxious to see with Brad, Kevin, is when they get that superstar, now what happens?
I always think to operate with a 24-second shot clock and then the speed, which continually just impresses me in terms of how it gets faster every year, to make these split-second decisions and the number of individual decisions in a game is much more than nothing against the college coaches.
No
but
question.
so much different.
And you're scheming against the best players and the best athletes in the world. What these men do is truly extraordinary.
What a task. The shot by Carter, nobody around. Sacramento again missing. Mavericks leading by 7. To the inside, and it's Barnes slamming it down.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Outside Hill. In the corner, it's Hield. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Hill's got his 5th assist in this one.
Boy, the D just not quite close enough to prevent that 3. I mean, you can't give him that kind of space.
Curry kicks to Nowitzki. The dish to Noel. Barnes against Carter. 6 on the shot clock. The offensive rebound. Curry. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
And the defense just gets caught standing around that time and giving up the second chance opportunity.
I mean, easily prevented points if they just attacked the boards the way they should have.
He's had 4 chances at the line, made them all.
Yeah, it's good to see him with his free throw percentage up over 80.
The Kings trail by 9. Outside Hill. Down low, off the pick, and Cauley Stein throws it down.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying annex to narrow the deficit.
Yeah, and an example of why you want to let the game come to you. The opening presented itself, he converted in a big way.
That shot off. Now Sacramento takes it the other way.
You can see it. His timing, his touch, everything just a shade off tonight.
Yep, it goes. And the Dallas lead is cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from Carter.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
Curry kicks to Barnes. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. This is his 2nd trip to the line in this one.
You know, when you look at his numbers this season, he's had a respectable number, 77%.
First one falls for him. He doesn't get the second one. The Kings trail by 6. Carter with it. Guarded now by Barnes. And the basket is good. 8 points for Vince Carter.
You know, he shot well in the opening period, but since then, he's been absolutely dominant.
Dallas has gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. Nowitzki with the screen on Hill. Curry dishes to Nowitzki. Offensive rebound. Here's Matthews. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Matthews has got his 2nd basket of the night.
Gritty effort by Wes Matthews. Just buries himself in the paint and connects on a quality look.
Now here is Hill. 11 points for him in that last game against the Grizzlies in Memphis. Here's Koufos. And the rejection by Noel. They recover it, and stolen by Noel. And here we go, the Mavericks in a fast break.
You gotta love seeing Dirk go up from right there. The guy can't miss from that spot.
Timeout is called, first of the game for Sacramento. And Nerlens Noel, already an exceptional defender, but his offensive game is still, Greg, a work in progress.
Yeah, they're trying to develop his free throw shot, and I think they're hoping his elbow jumper improves along with it. He can already pass and slash from the high post, and if he gets that jumper going, he'll have the makings of a triple threat. Yeah, too many easy buckets coming from inside, and I think he wants to make that a point of emphasis.
Absolutely. Their challenge is to find a way to close off that lane without completely ignoring the perimeter.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Borea's checked in. The Kings also at the sub. Richardson's checked in. The Kings trail by 8. Hill passes to Cauley-Stein. They set the pick. Knocked away. Hill kicks to Kufis, and he slams it one-handed.
And cutting into the lead with the big one-hand throwdown.
That's how you get your team back into it. Hill against Borea. Over in the corner, Barnes. Lets it go from the wing. Down low, takes it from 10. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Hill.
Looking now at the numbers for Cauley-Stein. The last 10 games, he has been on a heck of a run, averaging 12 points, 14 rebounds, and just over 2 steals. And really just excellent numbers. I like what we've been seeing from him across the board.
Nowitzki dishes to Noel. And slam dunk by Noel.
Gotta love Nowitzki setting his guys up with perfect passes.
Randolph a screen. Here's Temple. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Hill has the open look. The three-pointer is right on target.
They're having more success from three-point range here in the second after a rough first quarter from deep.
Borea against Hill. Here's Noel. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. Well, from a broadcasting perspective, Doris, just how global has the game of basketball grown with advances in the accessibility of the games being played?
You know what I marvel at is how the next generation consumes sports content. Live sports are still what the viewer wants, but you'll see so many people watching on mobile devices, right? Small tablets, phones. It's incredible to me how different our business is, Kevin. News is now not broken in a newspaper story. News is broken on social media.
And don't you think, Doris, it's promoted that way too, because owners in this league that are very in tune with the tech side of the business?
Many of them are businessmen and have succeeded because they've been visionaries in their field, and certainly they want to know, how is our content getting to that next generation?
Good point. The Kings trail by 6. Here's Temple. Outside Hill. Out to the right wing. Shot clock at 6. Baseline try. Not enough on that one as it misses. Dallas leading by 6.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
There's the pick. It's stolen by Hill.
You love that defensive effort right there showing up.
Sacramento's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Randolph, great touch on the 16-footer. Randolph's got 10 points in the game.
Boy, shaky work defensively, giving him that good look on the jump shot. What were they thinking?
I don't know, Doris. Nowitzki sets a screen for Borea. And it's off target. Not sure why he took that one. The Kings trail by 4. The feed now to Temple. Kicks to Randolph. And it's sent back by Nowitzki.
Just great anticipation from Dirk, playing his cards right on the defensive end, comes through with the rejection.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
Yeah, flawless fast break. Didn't slow down until the ball hit the bottom of the bucket.
For Dallas, they have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line. The free throw off from Barnes. And the Kings shooting 48% from the field. Not bad at all. And the foul called on Nerlens Noel. That's his first foul. They swipe it. Fast break, Dallas. Matthews leading the charge. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Yeah, and I think Wes Matthews, you've got a guy who's a true leader, someone who's not afraid to speak his mind and let his teammates know what's up. And you think of guys who are 3-and-D wings. Wes Matthews, throughout his career, has been one of the league's best. A prolific shooter and tremendously physical on both ends of the floor.
The first free throw is good. And Wesley Matthews very capable from long range, but that's not all he does offensively, Doris.
No, Kevin, he's gotten much better attacking the closeout and stepping in to hit that mid-range jumper. He also looks to use his strength, going to work on the low block.
Both free throws good from Matthews. The Kings trail by 8. Hill up top, guarded by Barea. It's stolen by Barea. And it's the Mavericks on the break. Here's Powell. Here's Finney-Smith. He gives them a double-digit lead.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Devin Harris is checked in for the Mavericks. And the free throw, no good. Sacramento's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Papagini, the kick out to Hill. Again missing Hill. Dallas leading by 10. Barea, the pass to Harris. Down low, clock at 6, and stolen by Richardson. And here we go, Richardson heading to the hoop, and the shot goes down. Richardson's got his first basket of the night.
Boy, nobody between him and the basket on the break, and the pass was right where it needed to be.
Barea kicks to Nowitzki. Takes a big height bounce and goes in. Nowitzki's got the lead up to 10 now for Dallas.
Come to me.
Hill with it. He's got 8. Again missing Hill.
Yeah, and that three-point shot, it really has looked awful here in the second quarter. It hasn't stopped him from attempting them, but it's time to maybe find something else to do.
Harris outside. Nowitzki right side. And good coming on the assist from Devin Harris. And it's a 12-point Dallas lead.
After a shaky start, boy, he's found the range. Good second quarter for him.
Here's Temple, guarded by Harris, and he uses the glass on the layup.
I love the advantage he has from a speed standpoint. Does a great job of creating separation for that shot.
Hill against Barea. He feeds it to Powell. Dallas moving it around. 6 on the shot clock. Harris misses. Got a piece of it. The Kings trail by 10. Here's Temple. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. He has 7.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up. Barea kicks to Nowitzki. We've got 33 seconds left in the first half. Here's Finney-Smith. Nowitzki a screen. Barea dishes to Powell. They set the pick. Here's Nowitzki. Nowitzki can't get that one to fall. And here is Hill. 8 points for him. Offensive rebound. And that one is stuffed right through.
And that's a huge play. I mean, they need more like it because second chance points are going to be key in this game.
Probably so. That's usually a crucial element to any comeback. And we finished one half of basketball. The Mavericks on top, leading by 6. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Dave, a lot of offense in the first half. But what does the team need to do defensively?
The rim is what we have to protect, which means that they got to keep the ball out of the paint as much as possible.
Thanks for your time, Dave. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. One half completed. Let's break it down. Harrison Barnes led the way in the first half. He had 16 points and 1 rebound. And Kenny, what are your thoughts on how Dallas played?
Well, I see a team that's playing smart, moving the ball around to the open man, just taking what the defense gives them. There's a nice flow, a nice energy, a nice synergy to the game.
Shaq, how do you think Sacramento played?
Well, they had no consistency on the defensive end. Looked like they were building confidence, and then boom, turn up the volume. A series of bad plays. They're giving up way too many good looks.
And that about wraps it up. Time now for the second half of the game. Yeah. I think Kevin Harlan should call the second half. How about you?
I agree.
Yeah, just like he did the first half.
The skyline of Dallas illuminating the night sky as we welcome you back to the Lone Star State. Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half. And Harrison Barnes has really been making it happen, guys.
Yeah, he's played just a smart game overall offensively, looking for and finding the gaps in the defense, and also terrific shot selection.
He's getting the ball in a place where he can do something with it, and he hasn't had to force one thing. The game seems like it's coming to him naturally.
Here's Curry. Harrison Barnes is out there with Nowitzki. Then it's Noel. Then it's Curry. And it's Matthews in at the 2 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Second chance shot. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And Nowitzki just so polished around the rim. The defense has to rough him up sometimes to try to stop him.
And Dirk Nowitzki's famous one-legged fadeaway, much emulated around the league.
Yeah, and believe it or not, Kevin, he didn't conceive of this in practice. It was an in-game discovery. He tried it out one night, and it just kept falling for him. And, he says it's not that tough a shot if you've got some balance and some touch. I suppose being 7 feet tall doesn't probably hurt that proposition either. Dirk Nowitzki really changed the definition of power forward in the NBA. What impresses me, though, is the way he's expanded his game offensively since he came into the league. He's always been a great shooter.
And so Nowitzki nails both of them. And people forget Nowitzki didn't really have a post game when he first came into the NBA doors. He'd play all face-up in Europe.
Right, that's right, Kevin. I mean, teams were putting smaller defenders on him, just trying to get him off the three-point line. He had to develop the back-to-the-basket game to punish opponents when they tried to put him in that situation.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, remember when Roy Hibbert burst onto the scene in that great year for the Pacers, and he's still one of the league's elite rim defenders. He doesn't go for the block so much as create a wall. It's called the principle of verticality, and Hibbert says, I'm the godfather of that. I'm not going to name names, but there were some prominent coaches who said, we need to get rid of this. But Kevin, here's the rules.
Yeah, DA, he didn't invent it. He just perfected it. Thanks. They get a hand on it, and so the Mavericks with another turnover. Here's Barnes, and it's Barnes slamming it down.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, and he was so quick to break on that one. A good sign that he read the play.
That's his first personal foul. Sacramento. Vince Carter.
That's good from Vince Carter. Carter hits them both.
Well, he's just got terrific touch of the line. We've seen that over and over again.
And so here is Dallas. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Outside Curry. He dishes it to Barnes. Koufos grabs the miss. Koufos has got his 8th rebound here tonight. Yep, it goes, and the Dallas lead is cut down to 6, and the bucket from Carter.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Curry passes to Barnes. Curry kicks to Barnes. Barnes with another miss.
Sluggish 1-for-4 start in the third period.
Here's Hield. Cauley Stein. It's back to Hill. The tray. Out of bounds. Dallas will take possession. And we take a look here at the shot chart.
You know, I doubt they came into this game thinking they would be doing this much damage from mid-range, but you have to give them credit for being able to see what is available in their offense and then exploit the weakness of the D. To be successful in this league, you have to be flexible, and they've done a great job of that so far.
Dallas leading by 6. Now Curry. 7 points in the game. Barnes up top. Shoots from the right block. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Barnes has got 4 this quarter.
Well, there's no question about why they're up. His accuracy has been phenomenal tonight.
Hill with it. And Curry picks him up defensively. Pass to Hield. Out to the right wing. Just 5 on the clock. There's the pick. Here's Hill. And he gets the shot to fall after coming off the pick. Hill's got 10.
They got points out of it, but they'll be looking for a better shot than that on their next possession.
Now here's Curry. Over in the corner, Barnes. Nowitzki in the post, working on Cauley Stein, and it's good. Fought through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line. That'll put Dirk Nowitzki on the line. It's going to go on Willie Cauley Stein. And the Mavericks making a change here. Nick Roberts has checked in. Ty Lawson, he's checked in for the Kings. The free throw drops for Dirk Nowitzki.
Well, the big German, as he is affectionately known, Nowitzki, the 2011 NBA champion, will go down as one of the best shooters ever.
Hield can't hit.
The guy, that's the shot he'll take, again, if he's given the chance. We all know he can knock that down.
Curry's shot is off. The Kings trail by 9. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. There's the pick. Lawson outside. Pass to Hield. There's the triple. That one falls, coming off Lawson's feet. Hield's got his 3rd basket of the night.
First 3 of the half, 2nd of the game. Can he heat up?
Curry dishes to Barnes. The turnaround. Sacramento grabs the miss. Cauley Stein's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Lawson kicks to Koufos. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. And now it's just a 4-point Dallas lead. The Mavericks have gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. There's the screen. Curry passes to McRoberts, and he throws it down hard with one hand.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. That one good for 2. And it's 8 points for Willie Cauley-Stein.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Lawson against Curry. And the jam by Dirk Nowitzki.
Yeah, it does it again. Dirk teaching a class tonight on the art of scoring.
The Kings trail by 6. Carter with it. He's got 12. To the paint. Cauley-Stein dishes to Koufos. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. Koufos has got 14.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Curry kicks to Matthews. Back to Curry. And Matthews now, top of the key. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And the foul called on the Sacramento Kings.
Wes Matthews so effective with that pump fake. And if he gets the defender in the air, the rest is easy.
And Wes Matthews suffering a torn Achilles 2 seasons ago. Despite that, the Mavericks, Doris, gave him a 4-year max contract going into last season.
I think what they were doing, Kevin, was betting on his toughness. And you think about, he was back in action surprisingly quickly, but wasn't as effective last season. And he'll have to continue to improve his play to justify that top dollar contract.
And he makes the first, but misses the second. The Kings trail by 5. There's the pick. Cauley-Stein with the screen for Lawson. Carter kicks to Hield. 5 to shoot. Offensive rebound. Koufos. It's deflected. Down low. Now here's Hield. He's covered by Matthews. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a 3-point play. Going to the line for 1.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Evan Harris has checked in for Matthews. And a change for Sacramento. Garrett Temple has checked in for Carter. Free throw drops for Hield. The Mavericks have gone even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. Harris passes to Finney-Smith. Here's Curry. And he lays it straight in. Curry's got 9.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
No, I mean, exactly. That's not an easy area for him to operate in with that kind of defensive setup. A nice job to get it up and over the bigger guy.
Here's Harris. He has 5. Curry passes to Finney-Smith. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
J.J. Barea is checked in for the Mavericks. The Kings making a switch here. And that one misses. Got a piece of it. The Kings trail by 6. Richardson kicks to Lawson. Shot clock at 6. Feeds it to Randolph. That one a little long. The Mavericks have gone 7 of 12 from the floor since coming out of the break. Here's Harris. Pass to McRoberts. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Harris has got 3 assists tonight. Sacramento's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Lawson's against Barea. And here is Harris. Dallas moving it around. He kicks it to McRoberts. Dishes to Barea. He can't hit that time. Lawson with the defensive effort there. Now Richardson. Lawson outside. Inside. 5 on the clock. Now the Mavericks moving it up. Barea with the ball.
Oh! No doubt that is within his range.
I think that's exactly what you're looking for on the break. Finish right at the rim.
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action. Now a timeout called by Sacramento.
You know, my guess right now is Coach wants to talk over this turnover issue. And it seems like they've been trying to force things a bit and need to find a steady rhythm offensively.
And J.J. Barea out of Puerto Rico. Listed at 6 foot. Doris, are you buying that?
Well, Kevin, maybe with his shoes on, but even then, he's probably an inch shy. But listen, Barea uses his quickness and mobility to his advantage, and he's always looking to attack the defense off the pick and roll. Tough guy to contain.
And Temple kicks to Richardson. They need this one. Let's go to the 2K leaderboard and look at the NBA's best rebounding teams for this last month. The Kings in second.
I mean, they've taken their rebounding to another level, getting physical and playing with a ton of energy.
Shooting 2.
That's good from Richardson.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
That one misses. Here's Dallas. They're on a 9-1 run. Now here's Barea. 7 points in the game. Puts up a 3. The shot, no good. The Kings trail by 10. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Barea against Lawson. There's a good screen. Shot clock at 5. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Boy, that's the wrong man to leave wide open in three-point territory. He makes them pay.
Barea with it. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. In the corner, it's McRoberts. It's good. Great play set up by Barea. Barea's got 3 assists in the game. Lawson kicks to Randolph. On defense, Dallas. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. They get it back. Papagianni. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
He's made 3 of his 4 free throw attempts in the game. He's off on the first. And he's good on the second. Dallas leading by 8. Here's Barea. He has 7. A beautiful reverse layup. Barea's got 9.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
It's stolen by Harris. Nick Roberts, the pass to Finney Smith. J.J. Barea again. Barea's got the lead up to 12 now for the Mavs.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior. You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
I mean, outstanding finish inside against a defender that basically towers over him.
And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. Dallas making a switch here. Noel's checked in. The Kings also at the sub. Hill's checked in. And Noel kicks to Powell.
And a moment now to check out the numbers for Hill. How last month turned out for him? He's around 10 points per game, 7 assists, and 3 rebounds. And when he takes over at the point, he really keeps the offense flowing.
And the first one at the line is good.
I think Powell is an exciting prospect, has a phenomenal understanding of the game. I think he'll make big improvements with time.
Both good from the line that time. The Kings trail by 12. Outside Hill. Outside Randolph. From about 16. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Randolph's got 12 points in the game. Dallas has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Barea against Hill. And Noel kicks to Powell. And the dunk by Powell.
You have got to commend Powell on his positioning. I'll tell you, he buries himself deep, and he's going to sky for that slam dunk.
It's stolen by Barea. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. That free throw good from Barea. There's 31 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. To the middle, Papagianni. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. 12 points for him.
You know, those points courtesy of an excellent entry pass into the post.
Barea against Hill. And here's Barea. 14 points for him. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Mavericks lead by 13. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And now let's hear what head coach Dave Yeager was reviewing with his team.
You got to help the man guarding the basketball, whether he needs help or not. Be ready.
There's Dave Yeager emphasizing team defense, wanting everyone on full alert.
Yeah, I mean, you need the threat of someone rotating over at the very least. Otherwise, the offense can just cherry pick their matchups.
And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. The Kings trail by 13. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. On the court for Sacramento, they've got Hill. Cauley Stein is out there with Kosta Koufos. Then it's Hill, and it's Carter in at the 3 slot. Cauley Stein kicks to Hill. Some nice ball movement here by the Kings. Hill dishes to Hill. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Outside, Carter doesn't get it to drop for him. Good D by Matthews. Mavericks leading by 13. Barnes outside. Here's Curry. Soft touch off the glass. Curry's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Mavs. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. For 3, Hill. Again, the miss by the Kings. And so it's Dallas with it. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 15 points. And Noel throws it down.
And the big lead becomes bigger. They are playing with purpose here tonight, guys.
You know, you'd be hard-pressed to find an area that's been a weak spot for them. Across the board, this has been a dynamic performance.
Here's Curry. And the Mavericks getting another bucket right there.
Oh, since the break, his efficiency has gone up a notch, looking really polished now.
Hill passes to Cauley Stein. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. And it's Koufos missing. Mavericks leading by 19. And Matthews kicks to Barnes, and that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Matthews.
Just keep things simple. No reason to rush things there.
Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for Dwight Powell. Sacramento's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. And there's the foul. It goes on Wesley Matthews. That'll be his second foul of the game. Here's Hill. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Come on, as a defender, you have got to fight harder to get through that screen and stay with your man.
Hill against Curry. Now the pass to Nowitzki. Wesley Matthews on the wing. Out of bounds, Sacramento will take possession. The Kings trail by 17. Timeout called by the Kings.
Guarded.
One of the stories here, Harrison Barnes getting it done today.
Boy, he's been relentless, and to this point, they haven't had an answer for him on the inside. Let's see if they make some adjustments coming out of the timeout.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Carter dishes to Koufos. Carter, the pass to Hill. Makes a big high bounce and goes in. Mavericks leading by 15. Now Matthews. Outside Curry. Back to Matthews. 6 to shoot. It's tipped and stolen by Koufos. Drops in the breakaway layup. 16 points for Buddy Hield.
And a great job of taking advantage of the steal there to get those easy ones in transition.
Well, you've got to make them pay for being careless with the basketball.
And as a point guard, you ran a lot of pick and rolls. Its screen roll play is the very basis of offensive basketball. Just how much nuance do you think is involved? And I know, but I want to hear you, a successful pick and roll and pick and pop game.
Okay, so this just to give you some context on how involved the pick and roll is. Jeff Van Gundy has 300 pages of how on both sides of the ball you effectively run the pick and roll.
Got to be kidding.
300 pages in his coaching book on how to deal with the pick and roll.
And how about pick and roll defense?
Oh, I mean,
about the same equal number of pages,
and
right?
I'll tell you this, this is why the Chris Pauls of the world are so highly valued, because it doesn't matter what scheme you throw at Chris. He comes off that pick and his eyes are up and he's surveying, and in the most split-second fashion, running through a series of reads and making the right decision every time.
So here's the most basic play in basketball, yet if you go a layer deeper, it's maybe the most complex play in basketball. How to play it, how to defend it.
I'll tell you, they say the best things in life are the simple things in life. Pick and roll is the NBA at its absolute definition.
Now here is Carter. Now the dish to Koufos. It's rebounded by Dallas. Nowitzki's got 6 rebounds here tonight. And Matthews kicks to Nowitzki. Dallas moving the ball around. Outside Curry. Just 5 to shoot. No good there off the double clutch. The Kings trail by 18. Here's Hield. That one falls, coming off Carter's feed. Hield's got 6 in the quarter. Dallas has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Curry dishes to Noel. Back to Curry. Excellent D there from Hill.
That's some outstanding on-court awareness there. Just a terrific change of shot.
Here's Hield. No good on the 3.
Hey, the defense is content to let him prove he can make that shot, and so far, he cannot.
They get the rebound, and Noel kicks to Matthews. His three-pointers off the mark. Sacramento's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Hield can't hit. Dallas leading by 16. And Vince Carter picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Yeah, clearly he hadn't established position there.
And here's Matthews from the arc.
This hasn't been his best game, but he's been aggressive and they're winning.
18 feet out. Here's Cauley Stein. Here's Koufos. And the rejection by Noel. Curry with it. Outside Matthews. Curry against Hill. Curry passes to Nowitzki. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Nowitzki's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Well, you have got to love the focus of Dirk. Even with defenders all around him, he sinks these shots consistently.
And really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
Outside Curry. The feed to Noel. Over in the corner, Matthews. And it's Matthews again missing. The Kings trail by 16. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Now that's where you like your shots to come from.
Outside Curry. The kick out to Barnes. Pulls it up. but they get it back.
The momentum continues to go their way. Pretty much the story of the game.
And for Sacramento, they're shooting a paltry 33% in the fourth. Not a good showing for this offense. And the shot is good. The Maverick lead has been cut down to just 12 points on the bucket from Hill. Dallas has gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. Kicks it to Matthews. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Well, Wes Matthews is a physical player, someone who loves getting contact on his shots.
First free throw is good.
And good job bringing that free throw percentage up here in the second half. Doing a great job at the line.
J.J. Barea is checked in for Dallas. Both free throws good from Matthews. Here's Heald. Shot off the pick. Good D by Matthews.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Sometimes even the simplest things are ruined, but they've got to be frustrated with that turnover.
The Kings trail by 14. They set the screen. Heald dishes to Koufos. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. Dirk Nowitzki picks up that one.
How about battling through the impact there and then willing that basketball in?
One shot.
Well, free throw drops for Koufos. Here is Barea. Barnes outside. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. They'll be playing host to Portland for their next game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. And Dirk Nowitzki gets the whistle that time. That's his third foul of the game. There's a screen. Shoots from the elbow.
That's intense defense by Wes Matthews, just stretching out on those contests and bothering the shots.
Inside, Nowitzki. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. It's going to go on Willie Cauley-Stein.
Yeah, easy call.
And that one falls for Nowitzki.
And after attempting no free throws in the first half, now he's putting the defense back on its heels.
Zach Randolph's checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Nowitzki hits them both.
Yeah, and their free throw shooting has really improved here in the second half.
And here is Hill. He feeds it to Randolph. Goes back up. Rejected by Nowitzki. Mavericks leading by 13. Barnes kicks to Matthews. Shoots it. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Not a quarter to remember as far as his offense is concerned.
You know, it feels like he's forcing things, getting a little frustrated by not letting the game come to him.
Out of bounds, Kings ball as Sacramento keeps possession. Now a timeout called by Sacramento.
Timeout.
It's been quite a game for Dirk Nowitzki.
This is a great time to regroup. Even a timeout alone like they take here might be enough to disrupt his rhythm.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Dave Yeager went over with his team. He got on him. He said he's got to see more intensity. He said we've put ourselves in this hole and we've got to work our way out of it. Show me you've got what it takes, guys.
Healed the pass to Randolph. Here's Hill. And the shot no good, a bit short. Mavericks leading by 13 inside. And the jam by Dirk Nowitzki.
This is what he does for this team. Provides consistent scoring that helps them get the lead and keep it.
Outside Hill. Sacramento again missing.
Not really sure what he was thinking about on that shot. That is not high IQ basketball.
No, and it looked like he got a bit ahead of himself and just couldn't pull back.
Hits the front of the rim and out.
Might have overthought that. Not sure how he missed that one, guys.
Carter kicks to Hill. We've got 1:55 left in the fourth quarter. Back to Carter. Just 5 on the clock. From down low. A second chance effort. Here's Kufis. And another shot. Here's Heald. Here's Carter. And they finally get it to go. A full night's work on the boards in one trip down the floor.
This guy is getting after it on the offensive glass. Nice job to cash in on the second chance points.
Matthews dishes to Barea. Dallas moving it around. Barnes kicks to Barea. Beyond the arc. Looks good. Is good. That's his 7th basket in 12 tries.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for Dallas.
The biggest factor tonight had to be their great shooting. They shot much better than the other team.
Yeah, they were working hard on both sides of the floor, but that sky-high field goal percentage plus the pressure defense to force the other team into a lot of misses. Love the effort tonight.
And so that moves their record to 11 wins on the year.
And they've taken control of the season series. This brings them to 2-0 with 1 game left against this squad. No surprise here, just a big-time performance for Nowitzki.
His rim protection was excellent. Guys were struggling to get by him. He'd swat it back at them, got in their faces all night long. Excellent work in that regard.
And 1:01 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Shot clock at 6. Richardson for 3. That shot missing. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Left side, Harris. Here's McRoberts. No good off the back of the rim. On offense, here are the Kings. They trail by 16. In the corner, it's Temple. That is in there. Lawson with the assist. Here is Harris. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth. Down low, Powell, and the dunk by Powell.
And just a terrific job of taking care of business in front of the home fans.
You can feel the love that this crowd has for them. I think the passion of their supporters made a huge difference in tonight's outcome.
And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call.
Yeah, big blunder there, and that could really cost him.
That's a lack of attention to detail, and that's all it really takes to hurt yourself in a big moment.
Now Harris. So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Dirk, how were you all able to exploit them inside tonight?
Well, I think our points of pain come more in transition. We got to push the ball. That's where we are best. We're not really a slow, grinded out kind of team, but if we do have to and it's a slow game, then we got to find a way to penetrate some, make the defense collapse and finish around the basket some. I was able to get in there some, so that was big for us, play inside out.
Yeah, you really had that defense moving tonight, Dirk. Thanks again. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. And coming up next, the postgame show with Ernie Johnson, Shaq, and Kenny the Jet.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, friends and neighbors. Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith as we move forward to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Dirk Nowitzki. Everything his team asked of him, he delivered, which obviously isn't a surprise, but that makes it no less a beautiful thing to watch. Shaq, your thoughts?
Another Hall of Fame type game from Dirk Nowitzki. The man has had so many I can't even count them. He's probably the best shooting big man in history. Just impossible guy to guard. When he puts that one leg up, don't even try and block it.
You want to talk about domination? You want to talk about domination? This is it tonight. The combination of talent, competitive spirit was unmatched tonight. Adjustments were made by the other side, but when they made them, he adjusted right back.
That's going to do it for our broadcast tonight. We certainly hope you've enjoyed the show, don't we, guys?
It was great.
Yeah. Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, and for Kevin Harlan and the entire 2K Sports crew. All 653,000 of them.
Yeah, a lot.
Hard-working.
A lot of people.
Yeah. The long line at the buffet, though.
Yeah. Shout out to the T-Pose, man.
Oh,
I don't know his name, but I know his face.
I'm Ernie Johnson. See you next time.